Hey, jeez Louise, why?
Hey,
That's a tight shot, buddy.
hey, Warren.
Hey, bud. How's it going?
There we
There.
are.
Oh, there it is.
Hi.
You control the framing there with your mouse or manually?
That's right. With my
doing?
little mouse.
That was cool. How does that work? What are you using?
It's a camera. It's a little camera you can control with the mouse.
That's real cool. I don't have that.
Hey, look at me. Look at us here. We're just recording. It's been a while.
It has been a while. It's been a few weeks at least. Maybe a month. Month-ish.
Mm.
I'm feeling a little. I'm not feeling.
You're not feeling it tonight. I can already tell.
Mm.
Oh, no. You're forcing it. You're not feeling it, are you? Oh, no. Why? What's wrong?
No, it's just because so Elizabeth is having dinner. She's out with a friend.
Keep talking.
So, yep. So she, after work, went and had dinner with a friend. So I was on my own. I was on my own for dinner.
Okay.
So, of course, I made the great decision of getting a Casey's pizza. Are you cold?
My gosh. I'm a little chilly.
Actually, that reminds me. I need to turn off my heater because sometimes that kind of creates some weird background noise. What was I saying? Oh, yes. Elizabeth is having dinner with a friend. So I was on my own for dinner and I got a Casey's pizza. So it's just sitting a little heavy.
Oof,
it's just sitting a little heavy.
I love that, the Casey's pizza. What kind did you get?
Pepperoni. I'm a classic guy.
You
I don't like it when pizzas have an insane amount of toppings.
What about just the sausage and pep? Is that still too much for you?
That's fine. I could do that.
But you never do the sausage and pep? You always just do the pep?
I mean, I wouldn't say no to it if it was presented to me, but I'm typically a one toppings kind of guy. You got to pay for those other toppings.
Well, that's true. Have you
They're
ever
not
had
free.
Have you ever had their the taco pizza?
See, you've touched a nerve.
Have I hit a nerve?
You've touched a nerve.
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
I don't like taco pizza. I don't consider it pizza. It's not pizza.
I mean,
It's not
okay,
pizza.
how is it not pizza? Like what criterion does it not meet?
It's a mess. It is freaking mess.
It's absolutely a mess. But like
just because it's shaped like a pizza and vaguely resembles a pizza and it doesn't make it a pizza, especially because isn't a taco pizza, it doesn't have marinara sauce, right? Like the sauce is different, right?
Okay, so let me ask you this. So my wife, who is essentially allergic to tomatoes, cannot have pizza.
So is mine.
Really?
Your wife is allergic to your wife can't eat tomatoes?
She has a nightshade. We found out a few years ago. She has a nightshade, essentially an allergy. It's not really an allergy, but like a sensitivity, you could say.
Yeah, bugs.
Yeah.
Sensitivity. Yeah, I will say that. Nightshades, also cool name for whatever that classification of food is.
Totally.
I just saw that term for those foods just a few weeks ago I think the first time.
Tom
Nightshade.
Brady and Giselle are famous for being anti-nightshades because they think it creates inflammation inside your little body.
Mm-hmm.
And you would be amazed at how many foods have nightshades. Courtney's sister, I feel like we maybe talked about this before or not. She has Lyme disease, so she has a legit gluten problem. She's not like a trendy. She's not one of those like with the people who are like trendy with the gluten.
She's not trying to be cool.
Yeah,
being gluten sensitive. Yeah. Okay.
And she has commiserated with Courtney, and she has said that the gluten allergy is way more easy to maneuver out in the world than the nightshade allergy.
So, yeah. Well, and there's full menus that are gluten-free. Right. So now I'm interested in the way that you're referring to nightshades, because the way that you're kind of saying it is there are foods with nightshades in them.
That's right.
Which makes me feel like nightshade is just a component of certain foods, whereas I interpreted it as these foods fall into the classification of nightshades, like they themselves are entirely nightshades. Right. Am I getting that wrong?
No, listen, Warren, I think you've got it. I think you've got it, but I'm going to explain to you the little missing link here.
Okay, please.
So nightshades, there are certain foods that are nightshades. You've got your tomatoes, you got your eggplants, okay?
Yeah.
But also things like red peppers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also things such as certain spices. So if something is cooked with paprika, are you on your phone right now? I feel like you're not even paying attention. What's going on? Do you want to start the podcast? Do you want to start the podcast, or what are we doing here?
Maybe
What
we
are we
started. Maybe we've started. I'm listening to you, but I'm also looking because this was the form that I
about the nightshade form.
This is the document that I recently received that I saw nightshades for, I think, again, the first time. And I was like, nightshades? That's like such a cool classification of food.
It is cool, but it's super annoying. And so if something is cooked with paprika, she can't have it. So like barbecue joints,
salsa.
Well, that salsa also is made out of something called tomatoes. So that's a doubler right there. That's a twofer.
Yep.
That's a twofer.
Right. You said eggplant. Yep. That's on this list here. Yep.
So it's a really annoying one, and there's very few places she can actually go out to eat. It's really kind of frustrating for her.
Yeah, Elizabeth also has that. She has a lot of sensitivities to things, tomatoes, spices, like lemons, limes, that kind of citrus. Citrus.
Hey, ladies, cut it out. Ladies, enough. Enough is enough. You know what I mean?
What? Like, why nightshades though? Why nightshades? That's just such a cool sounding.
Oh, why is it called nightshades? That's a great topic. That's a great question. Yeah. What are you drinking there? What you got there? Some Dr. Pepper?
Actually, I forgot to bring my water down. This is a Coke Zero, cherry Coke Zero.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
You know, I'm on the Coke Zero bandwagon, I think.
Really?
I'm on it.
How so? Is it caffeinated?
Yeah. It's the difference is it's zero sugar, but it's not diet. I'm not sure exactly what the difference is between diet and Coke Zero.
Hey, Warren.
But yes.
How many calories are in that Coke Zero?
Well, I'll tell you, there are 0 calories.
Hold up.
Yeah.
0 calories, 0 sugar.
My wife is calling. Hold on.
Oh, for crying. She's probably talking about what she's allergic to or something.
I'm actually doing a podcast with Jeremiah right now.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Yeah, right now. Can I put you on speakerphone? Oh, no. I just told Jeremiah that I ordered a Casey's pizza and I kind of regretted it, but thank you though.
Hey, I got to ask her something.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Can I ask her something?
I don't know why I said thank you. Love you. Bye.
No, I want to ask her something.
She was in a rush.
Oh,
she was in a rush.
On.
She said she didn't want to talk to you. I don't know. She said she had to go. I don't know. I think she was just calling to see if she could get me something. She was in the middle of something. She wanted to see if she can get me something.
She was in no mood. She was in no mood.
She was in no mood to talk to you.
No mood to talk.
Sorry. What were you going to ask her? Maybe I've known her for years. I can answer on her behalf. I can answer on her behalf.
I'm not going to say it now. The moment's passed.
All right. What were we talking about before Nightshade?
Nightshade. Casey's Pizza, and you saying it doesn't count as a pizza.
Oh yeah, taco pizza. It's just no. It's not. It's not pizza.
Okay.
Yeah, because I said the sauce that really, is the thing that makes anything a pizza just the fact that it's round and served on like kind of a doughy.
Okay.
Foundation.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do.
Is cereal soup? Is cereal soup?
Listen. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of talk through real quick. We're not gonna spend an hour on this, but we'll spend a good 45 minutes on it.
Sure.
You are gonna tell me what a food has to, what criteria they have, the boxes they have to check off to be counted as pizza. Then I'm gonna do it. Go.
Okay. A pizza. First of all, I think a pizza has to have. I mean, marinara is ideal. But
no,
I think
it's got to be a requirement. I mean, like, you got to tell me. You have to tell me what it is this thing has to have, and not This is not like
Well, I'll know it when I see it. I'll know it when I see it. That's what,
oh, that old
that's what
thing.
the no is. It's one of those. It's a
Okay.
feel. It's a feel kind of a
You
thing.
know it
You
when you
know,
see it.
it's a bit ethereal. It's a
Was
bit
that was that
ethereal.
was that the Supreme Court that said that about? Yeah, that's right.
Pornography.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. That was a cop out. Anyway,
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's
so
when you
how are
don't
we
want to
doing?
answer.
How are we doing over there,
Oh,
Warren? Your hair's
good.
growing
Other
out.
than yep, yep. It's getting ever longer. I don't know. I'm kind of back and forth on whether or not I should get a haircut. Did you get your haircut tonight? I know Zuri was getting his haircut. Or did you get yours cut?
How'd you know he was getting his haircut?
You sent me a picture.
Oh, that's right. No, I did not. I got mine last week. So we were with
Okay.
Hector tonight. Future friend of the pod, Hector.
Yeah, we need to get him on the show.
First off,
You
before
said he's
before
game though.
he is game,
Yep.
100%. Before we go on, are you hearing any of the same popping you had heard from my mic before?
I am not.
Okay, that's good. All right.
Thank you for asking.
That's good.
Is my mic sounding
Sounded
okay?
just-
Is it actually going through this
It is
microphone,
going through
not
that
my computer?
microphone.
Okay.
You're going, yeah.
Okay.
We went there. We got Ziri's haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how long we were at the barbershop?
20 minutes.
No. Keep going.
Okay. I didn't know if it was going to be like a real short amount of time or a long amount of time. Hour and a half.
Keep going.
Like more, longer?
Keep going.
2.5 hours.
Keep going.
Oh my goodness, 3 hours.
3 hours. We were there upwards of 3 hours.
You're chatting. You're just chatting, or were you waiting because there was a line?
So here's one thing I think I want you to nail down Hector when we get him on the show. Okay, I need you to be my
I'll go after him.
investigative guy here.
We're doing like good podcaster,
good podcaster, bad
good podcaster, bad podcaster. That's
right.
hard to say.
That's right. Yeah. And since I go to him, I gotta maintain the good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's a thing in the barber shop culture where it's just the schedule is a little more, how shall I say, generous. And
sure. It's not there aren't hard times. We're in, we're out. There's flex there.
I mean, I make an appointment through the little app that all the other barbers do. Hector does know at this point that when he's cutting my hair specifically, I'm usually coming from work, and so if he's running late, he'll just text me or I'll text him. I've also wised up and try to grab his first appointment every day, and in this case, we were his last. And Ziri's appointment was originally scheduled for 4:15. Hector did send me a message about 3:45. Said, "Hey, I'm going to be closer to 4:45 for Z-Man." Like, all right, no problem. Appreciate you letting me know. We show up about 4:30, and I think Ziri, and he was still. I think he just started on the guy before Ziri, and so we got there about 4:35, and Ziri got into the chair, I believe, at closer to 6.
Goodness.
5:40, maybe like 5:45.
So what were you doing that? What were you doing that whole time?
Just sitting on his couch.
I saw Lethal Weapon 4 was on. Were you just watching Lethal Weapon 4?
We did have some Lethal Weapon 4 was on. I was checking some emails. Ziri was bored out of his mind. But then, yeah. And so what's nice about Hector, though, I mean, he takes his time with Ziri. Like, takes him about a good hour and 15 to cut his hair.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah, I'm serious. His texture is different than mine, and there's more to it. But he's awesome. Hector's the best.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
If
he's spending an hour and 15 on it, it requires an hour and 15.
Oh my gosh.
I believe that.
Oh my gosh. But so that's that. So maybe when we get Hector in, you can kind of do some digging and be like, Hector, does this not bother anybody else? But Hector is so good and we love him so much as a person.
Worth it.
I'm still not even like remotely upset about it when I'm there. It's more like I'm just like amazed. I'm just like, wow, we just met 3 hours in there. I love him. And we're going to keep going to him because he's the best and he's awesome. But holy smokes. Yeah.
Now, I think when people think of barber shops, like classic barber shops,
right,
they think of it as kind of a community hangout,
Hmm.
right? Where people are talking, having conversations. So maybe that's why something like that, unlike at a doctor's office where that also happens, and egregious long wait times. But in those situations, you're just sitting in a waiting room. Nobody's really socializing
Nobody's
in
noticed.
that
Yeah. Right.
situation. But at a barber shop, I feel like that's more you're supposed to be sitting in there chewing the fat,
Chewing the fat.
talking to folks.
Yeah.
Was that happening? Were you involved in
Not
anything like that
not this
periodically?
time, not really. Although I have taken Ziri to see Hector on a Friday night once,
Yeah,
and that was an experience that
full
I
house.
holy smokes.
Like were there people in there not getting their haircut, or they gotten their
Yes.
haircut but they stuck around and are just
Yes.
hanging out? Yeah,
It was my
yeah, that's cool.
firsthand experience of like, I mean, and there was like bourbon being passed around
Yeah, yeah.
and the words, and like Ziri was still, he was younger. So there were a few times like he like with wide eyes, like looked at me like, Dad, these guys are saying words that I have never heard before. And I know I shouldn't be saying or shouldn't be hearing. It was wild. It was one of those experiences that when I was done, I was like, okay, I'm glad we got to experience that.
Mm,
Truly, I'm glad I got to do that. And
mm.
then also, we'll never do it again.
Maybe not for a few years.
Yeah, yeah. So
Well, I actually saw a TikTok not too long, like yesterday, I think it was, talking about um, third spaces. And so a third space is you've got your first space, which is home. You have your
mhm.
second
Oh yeah,
space, which is
I've heard of
work.
this. Yep.
Your third space are like social spaces outside of those two spaces. So
Right.
the gym, sporting events or whatever. But yeah, the barber shop I think would be a third space, very important within the social fabric of our
That's right.
lives
Yeah.
to have these third spaces. So
Yeah. No, it's
good for you.
good.
Good for you.
Um, hey, we're already 20 minutes into this. We don't like to do long podcasts with our
It's true.
Ryans. Or I think
It's true.
I think I'm just gonna start saying just Ryan. I think we're down to one Ryan.
Okay.
Do you have a
I mean,
message? Hold up. Do you have a message for the other Ryan that I think we might have lost? And we can send him this little clip.
do I have a message for the other Ryan that might have stopped listening?
That's right.
I guess come back, please. Please come back.
Hmm.
What do you need? You just tell us what you need
Right.
and we'll provide it. We don't have any, sponsors, any overlords that require us to do certain things. So, hey, if it's up to one Ryan to determine what we're doing on here, so be it.
Right.
So be it. We got to get that Ryan back.
What if I did an ad for his business right now to cook some back?
Do it.
Okay.
Does he have a business?
He does. So here we go.
Let's cut some copy.
All right. Can you maybe put a little bit
Hold
of
up.
music? Okay.
Here, actually, while you do that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to also. Actually, I'm nervous about doing this because I was doing this the other day and my browser was crashing. So let me open Safari.
Okay.
While you cut your promo, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write a promo for me, and I'll read that copy, and then Ryan can tell us which one he prefers.
Okay. And so you're gonna write the Chat GPT prompt based off of the business, like what you're learning from what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create a ad
Mm-hmm.
for me to recite, and we'll see which ad
Right.
Ryan prefers.
But you don't-
Yours, the one that you come up with, or the one that I.
But you don't know.
ChatGPT.
But you don't know what his business is.
Well, I'm going to listen to what you say.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. Okay, here we go. PhotoniCare. We are limiting uncertainty. We are game changing, and we are reducing costs of inner ear scans at the doctor's office. With objective data, healthcare providers now have more information to increase confidence in their treatment plan. Our reduced cost is caused by our reduced cost happens because because it's a scrolling thing on the website. A novel technology capable of helping clinicians better decisions. Gosh darn it, leading to improved outcomes and quicker time to restore ear health. Game changing. Middle ear scan helps determine the presence of absence of fluid in the middle ear, characterize the type of fluid, visualize the fluid's density, and can do all this in the presence of significant ear wax. PhotonicCare, GM buy us out and give Ryan millions of dollars, and you can then have our game changing ear probe.
That's good. What was the name of the business?
It's I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. It's PhotoniCare, PhotoniCare, all one word.
So I'm going to say, write me a 30-second ad uh,
PhotoniCare.
for PhotoniCare. I said initially, write me a 30-second ad for an ear doctor. And I'm gonna it spit me out something here. I'm gonna say
maybe also tell it to be oh no, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm not gonna meddle in your thing.
metal. I'm gonna say include the name of the company, which is PhotoniCare.
Right.
Okay, we got it. We got it.
Here we go.
All right.
This is ad number. This is ad number 2.
Ad number 2, Ryan.
Yep.
That was option 1. You can go with that as is. We would not cut it again. It would be that exact audio.
Right.
Or, man, that pizza is just
it's doing a number. Oh boy,
it was rough.
Wow.
And I didn't bring my water down.
Oh my gosh, we're in rough shape.
This Coke Zero's having to lift a heavy load here. Okay, here we go.
Getting a lot of mileage out of it.
Are you tired of constantly struggling with ear discomfort? It's time to see an expert. At PhotoniCare, our experienced doctors use state-of-the-art technology to diagnose and treat a range of ear conditions. From ear infections to hearing loss, we're here to help you get back to feeling your best. Don't let ear problems affect your quality of life any longer. Book an appointment with PhotoniCare today and take the first step towards healthier ears.
Okay, that's a good ad, except that's not what the business is.
What is the business?
So the business is they created this technology that like it's like essentially like what are those things that the doctors put in your ears? What are those things? What's the thing when they want to look in your ear? What is that? What's that thing?
A scope.
A scope. It's like a scope that they can just like put into the person's ear, and it can like instantly determine like if you have an ear infection or if you have certain like other kinds of like infections or illnesses, or you can like much more efficiently for diagnose inner ear problems or other things just by looking in your ear. It's like much less invasive. And so they created and invented this device. And now I think the end goal is that like GE, I guess it said GM in my commercial too, by the way. GE would be like the kind of company that would like eventually like acquire them. Like it's a medical equipment, medical technology and equipment.
Well, okay. I've asked ChatGPT. I said the business is actually a scope that determines if you have an ear infection. Can you rewrite this?
Okay, let's see what it says.
So it rewrote it. Here we go. Suspect an ear infection? Get a quick and accurate diagnosis with PhotoniCare's scope technology.
There we go.
Our expert doctors provide personalized treatment recommendations for fast relief. Book an appointment now and take control of your ear health.
Okay. So that time it was assuming that like, hey, we have this technology and but we also have our own office building and our own doctors that only uses technology. But that's not the case. That's not the case.
Okay. Hold on. They don't actually have their own practice at PhotoniCare. It's just the technology. Rewrite this.
Please.
I didn't say please.
Oh, no.
Well, it doesn't have feelings. Okay, here we go. Oh, my God, it's really long. Hold on. Shorten this. Please.
Please, thank you.
Okay, here we go. Get a fast and accurate diagnosis for ear infections with PhotoniCare's cutting-edge scope technology. Ask your doctor about using PhotoniCare for your next ear exam.
Okay. I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
That's still not.
I mean, no. It's that one is your first. It's ChatGPT's first accurate one, but it was very uncreative. There was nothing. Okay. There's no hook to it. There was no,
Let me. I just said make it hilarious.
Oh, how about this? With moms in mind, right? Okay. Something like that. gear this
Make
to
it
moms, even though it's actually going to be geared to doctors, but still, right? I mean,
who are doctors.
right.
I said, make it hilarious with moms in mind who are doctors.
There you go. There you go. Okay, here we
we
go.
go.
Mm-hmm.
PhotoniCare, take 4.
4.
Hey, moms. You're already experts at diagnosing your kids' ear infections just by the way they tug at their ears, right? Well, we've got something even better. PhotoniCare scope technology can take the guesswork out of diagnosing ear infections. No more playing, is it an ear infection or just a really good fake cry? With PhotoniCare, you'll get a quick and accurate diagnosis every time. Plus, you can impress all the other moms at the PTA meeting with your high-tech ear diagnostic skills. So, moms, upgrade your arsenal with PhotoniCare and take your diagnosing game to the next level.
That's pretty okay. Okay, now we're getting there. Now we're getting there.
Cooking. Now we're
except that was just totally, this is our fault though. I mean, it was totally geared towards moms. I don't think this is a device moms can buy, or they wouldn't normally.
That's true.
But that's pretty good though.
Yeah.
I think I think Ryan's gonna like something in there.
Okay, yeah, pick one of those out, Ryan. If any of those make you want to continue listening to our podcast, great. Let us know.
Right. And if there's something else we can do that wasn't that, if there's anything else we can do besides spending 10 minutes talking about your startup, we're happy to
we will rename the podcast PhotoniCare Presents There Is No Podcast with Jeremiah and Warren.
And then I also feel like I would regret it if we went this and did not also recognize the other Ryan who has stayed faithful.
That's true.
Who has stuck with us through thick and thin. And if you want us to do anything for you, we'll do it. We'll do it too. Right.
Just let us know.
So
let us know what ear technology you have.
Right.
And we will plug that as well.
Because we don't want to encourage people stopping listening to our show in hopes that then we do something really nice for them to get them back. Right. Like,
ooh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Everybody who's listening now has to continue listening.
That's right.
That's the rule. That's the rule. This is a one-time deal.
Okay.